Okay, so what's Dayton Bulldogs with another video, and today we are gonna be doing a reaction to another brand new SML universe video, and this one is which SML character has danced the most. Let's see and find out what this will be about. Like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you want us to try next, hit the bell icon so you can get notified of new and old content on Dayton Bulldogs. Until next time, Dayton Sorry, yeah, uh, I, I don't know what I'm thinking about. Anyway, before we get into it, also hit that bell icon so you get notified of new and old content on Dayton Bulldogs. Without further ado, let's just get into the video. 3, 2, 1, let go.
From Cody's endless medical conditions suddenly disappearing, to Junior growing out of being a brat and turning into a regular teenager.
Hey, that's kinda doing okay.
Today, we're gonna look at which SML character has changed the most. And by the end of the video, I'll crown the character who's had the biggest transformation. Starting off with Jeffy, who is definitely a contender for the character that changed the most.
Yeah.
We first see him in SML movie Mario the Babysitter, where it's very clear he is stupid, to the point where he barely knows where he is, or what he's even doing. And we can see this right away from his puppet design.
Don't draw on the wall! Okay, Jeffy.
I'm bad boy?
Yeah, bad boy. No, you're not. You're good boy. Good boy, Jeffy.
But let's jump to 2017, because there's quite a few changes to talk about. In 2017, Jeffy evolved and got a little bit smarter. He learned how to use things like an iPad without biting and breaking them. And his voice changed to be a little more clear.
My name is Jeffy. See, it says it on my shirt. Jeffy.
At Elite DNA Behavioral Health, we believe that taking care of your mental health is the key to truly living. We'll help you create a...
My name is Jeffy. See, it says it on my shirt. Jeffy. Hey, I'ma keep doing stuff until you buy me that game.
A good example of this would be in SML movie Jeffy's Tantrum, where we can immediately see that the puppet has a little bit more wear and tear compared to when it was first introduced.
Yeah.
He doesn't look anything like the original puppet from just a year ago at this point. But what if I told you Jeffy wasn't supposed to look like that at all? Jeffy originally had a completely different design before he was even made. He used to have a red helmet and red shirt, before his classic yellow and blue design today. The only reason he doesn't look like this now is because the girl who was making the puppet ran out of red material, so she had to use the yellow and blue colors we all know and love today. Also, before Jeffy was introduced, he was supposed to be named...
It would be interesting to see it red, but hey, blue and yellow works too, and we love it, no care.
Doofy. But because of another character already being named Doofy, they decided to go with Jeffy. And believe it or not, when Logan first got the puppet, it didn't even have a diaper or a pencil yet. Instead, these are things that Logan added because he thought they were funny. But now, let's go to present day SML and see how much he really changed. First of all, his puppet has changed again, with it becoming super dirty, and everything generally looking more worn down. His voice has also changed, becoming way more normal.
Daddy, in your matching game, are you supposed to flip over 2 cards or all the cards?
We're supposed to be lying. We're not supposed to tell mommy about the big stripper.
And as for his behavior, he barely acts out much anymore compared to what he used to do. And he kind of just sits in the background for a lot of videos, doing nothing most of the time.
Did you know Marilyn Monroe gave sloppy toffee? I know that because JFK wrote it down.
Ooh, I want to read it.
No, Marvin.
So yeah, Jeffy today is pretty much unrecognizable. However, I think one character we can agree still has some of his personality from the old days is Brooklyn Guy. Brooklyn Guy was first introduced in SML short Stuck in a Tree from 2011. And in this video, his personality and character in general was completely different from what...
That's no cap, that basically was Brooklyn Guy's first video, no cap. And also, he hasn't, danced that much. He kinda has, but not that much. But yeah, like
we see today. First off, his voice is completely different. being voiced by Logan's friend Noah instead of Poopy. And he's actually trying to do his job, which made him a pretty likable character right off the bat.
Man, my firefighter job is so boring.
But he didn't stick around for long, because after his first video, he completely disappeared, pretty much just becoming a one-time character. But this wouldn't be the case forever, because in 2014, SML decided to start a new series called Summer School, and it wouldn't be long before he would appear again as a firefighter in the series, only this time with a few changes. Poopy permanently took over the character for the voice we all know and love today, and instead of him just being a background character with no personality, he actually got given a name, and a little bit of personality, like him swearing a lot and calling himself the Brooklyn Firefighter. Apart from that, his puppet looks a lot different in this video. His eyes look a bit weird, and his skin tone looks different than it does today.
I'm the Brooklyn Firefighter, and I'm here to help. What are you people doing in here? There's a fucking fire. I mean, like, not immediately, but, like, goddamn, it's around, you know? Get out of the corner. What are you doing? Come on, let's go.
Fast forward to 2016, and Brooklyn Guy is genuinely one of the funniest characters to ever be a part of SML. He was unserious and sarcastic, and his personality wasn't even the only good thing about him. He wasn't just a firefighter anymore. He had pretty much gotten every job under the sun. His puppet also looked a lot better, with his eyes being a lot more visible and his hair and mustache being more worn in. As fans started to get more and more attached to Brooklyn Guy, he became a main character in 2021, with him actually getting more depth added to his character, like him being the father of Penelope, and getting his own apartment. But unfortunately, this is where his puppet started to show serious wear and tear, having bald spots and generally looking very worn down. But things weren't gonna stay good for long, because in 2024, he wasn't just a main character anymore. He was appearing in pretty much every video, which would be fine by itself, but he started being used for filler, mainly with Nintendo animations. If Brooklyn T. Guy wasn't used so often, this wouldn't be as bad. I feel like Logan doesn't care about the fans complaining about Brooklyn Guy being filler. He does what he thinks is funny. Fast forward to 2025, and this is still a thing today. But I couldn't mention the present day Brooklyn Guy without going over his puppet change. In SML movie Brooklyn Guy's Makeover, his puppet got a complete overhaul, and bro just looks like a supermodel now, even temporarily getting legs in that episode.
But hey, look at my mustache, Martin. That's so fuzzy like a caterpillar. And look at my hair. Go ahead and touch it. I know you want to.
It feels like a giraffe.
Okay, well, you don't know your animals, but thank you.
Yep, no patches!
So, while Brooklyn Guy may still have some of his old personality, let's look at someone who is completely unrecognizable, like Chef Pee-Pee. Chef Pee-Pee first appeared in SML movie Koopa's New Job, and you can immediately see when he first talks, he's entirely different than he is today. He speaks with an Italian accent and acts like he barely even knows English. In this video, he both looks and acts pretty much exactly like Chef Poo-Poo, only he actually knows how to cook. Kind of.
No employee.
Yes, I'm the new employee.
Turtle?
Yes, I'm a turtle.
Turtle soup, yeah.
Turtle soup.
Turtle soup.
And unlike some of the other characters on this list, Chef Pee-Pee would change very, very fast, because in the next video he appeared in, his English skills got better, and he actually spoke clearly and fluently. But this would be nothing compared to the next change in 2013, in SML movie Bowser Jr.'s Macaroni, where his voice changed to the one we all know and love today, and he went from being just an Italian chef to a slave for Bowser and his son.
You're pissing me off. You unsatisfiable taste in marshmallows. What the hell is wrong with you? First you want bunny marshmallows, now you want bunny that are gold inside? They don't even make golden marshmallows. What is wrong with you?
His puppet was also in its prime, looking just like
They
Chef
kinda
Pee-Pee
do
should,
make
without
gold
any of the wear and
marshmallows.
tear we've been seeing a lot this year. He stayed mostly the
They
same for the
probably
next
do.
few years, but he did start showing signs of changing again in 2018. In SML movie, Jeffy plays Fortnite. In this video, he starts speaking like a gang member, which is similar to what we see a lot of today. And we see this for the very first time when he gets shot by Jeffy and Junior finds him, where he literally admits that he's a part of a gang.
No, please don't die, Chef Pee-Pee.
Junior, just remember this. Blood gang. That I don't.
And of course, with his puppet being used as long as it had, it started to get worn down a lot. And I mean a lot over the years. But we really started to see the gangster shift in his personality in 2023.
Right, guys, stop yanking each other's bacons. This is slime territory.
Blood game, bitch! Ah! He's in the car that says Jeffy on the side of it, but he about to be a stain on the pavement. Stain on the pavement.
Does your back hurt? Do you hate asking for directions? Did you forget to take out the trash on Wednesday? For you just might be a man.
Fast forward to 2025, and another gradual shift in his character had been that he doesn't really take any abuse from anyone anymore, even mocking Junior and his friends unprovoked on multiple occasions.
You actually thought it was the ice cream man? Nah, it's just me, nigga.
And obviously, with his puppet now being used for almost a decade and a half, it was severely worn down. People couldn't just ignore it anymore. So Logan finally decided to change his puppet in SML movie Flesh Eating Bacteria, where everyone seems to love it. Chef Pee-Pee looking clean AF. Surprised you found another clone puppet. Love the new Chef Pee-Pee puppet. Much cleaner and better. Personally, I don't really know if I like the new design, but his old puppet was literally on the verge of falling apart, so I guess it was needed. Next up is Junior, and I've gotta say, bro actually had a full redemption arc. He first appeared in SML movie Baby Mutant Turtles, and as much as I can't tell what the hell is going on in this video, we see Junior breathing fire at Mario and some other characters. But since this video was made in 2010, and he doesn't act like Junior at all, I'm gonna say it's probably not him. But one of the first videos we really see Junior in is SML movie Bowser Jr.'s Cheeseburger, where we get to see just how bratty Junior is, with him quite literally shouting at Chef Pee-Pee because he didn't make his food on time, which is really similar to what his dad Bowser does.
Chef Pee-Pee? Chef Pee-Pee, my dad said that my cheeseburger should be ready by now. So where's my cheeseburger?
And this wouldn't be a one-time gag either. It was pretty much Junior's life mission to make Chef Pee-Pee's life a living hell. And this would stay as Junior's main personality for years, all the way up until the cease and desist letter in 2019, with him turning into a human puppet, which at first didn't last very long because people absolutely hated the first design, with, to be fair, it looking quite a bit different than it does today. But a few videos after they got rid of the cursed Junior puppet with the puffy mouth, they finally moved to a more normal one that we know today. But speaking of his personality shifting, in most of the videos since the puppet change, he kind of just keeps to himself and his friends, and doesn't really tend to rely on or annoy Chef Pee-Pee anymore, which some people actually miss. Bowser Jr. era is nostalgic. I started watching SML in 2014. Junior videos are some of the most nostalgic videos in the history of YouTube, but it wouldn't stay this way for long, since in 2025, Chef Pee-Pee started appearing a lot more in videos. And not only does Junior tend to just ignore him instead of relying on him for stuff, Chef Pee-Pee actually starts to rage bait Junior in some videos. So yeah, Junior has changed a lot since he was first introduced, and I'm impressed with how Logan naturally matured him over the years. This isn't even the only character Logan has done this to either, with Cody having a similar story, but at the same time, not at all. We first see Cody in the first episode of the Summer School series, where it's clear right away that he's supposed to just be a complete nerd. Even though he's still voiced by Poopy in this episode, he still sounds nothing like the Cody we all know and love today, with his breathing being super exaggerated and his voice being stereotypical.
Scooble.
Dude, you're a nerd.
It's a medical disorder.
No, it's not. You're 4 eyes. That's a medical disorder, 4 eyes.
Pick on somebody else.
We also get introduced to Cody's many medical disorders in this video, which will be important later. Unlike some of the other characters on this list, Cody's voice and personality would actually stick around for quite a while from his first appearance, with them even doubling down on his medical disorders in SML movie Cody's House, where Cody literally has to take 50 pills a day.
Of course, you know my pills.
You have to take all these pills every day?
5 times a day.
What?
This isn't even the end of it, since we see in so many other videos, like SML movie Cody the Vampire, that he just has the most ridiculous medical disorders ever.
But you were born without a reflection.
Yeah.
How's that even possible?
Yeah, I don't know. My mom drank when she was pregnant, and I was just born without a reflection. I've been made fun of a lot, okay? I don't really want to talk about it.
But one day, everything seemed to change. In 2020, when the cough hit, Poopy didn't want to risk getting his family sick, so Cody only appeared through video calls for quite a while. But even then, he didn't appear much at all, because at the time, Jeffy was the star of the show. And by the time that Poopy came back, it just seemed like every medical disorder had suddenly disappeared overnight. And this wouldn't even be the only change, since only 1 year later in 2021, Logan got the cease and desist letter and had to permanently switch over to the human puppets. And that came with a lot of changes to Cody. This was when Cody actually became hunky instead of him just pretending that he was hunky like he did when he was a plush. Then he started to become less interested in school and more like a normal teenager, similar to Junior and Joseph, which is unheard of for a character like Cody, who used to be shy and didn't really talk to anyone.
I mean, that's true. He does have to pretend he's hunky. He does pretend he's hunky a lot when he was before the human puppet. But now, I mean, yeah. He doesn't pretend that much.
But now is sarcastic and actually social. Next up is Rose, and I'm pretty sure you can already see where we're going with this. In SML movie Mario's New Girlfriend, we got introduced to Rosalina, and immediately we get to learn a lot about her. She likes stars and actually had a pretty interesting backstory, with her parents literally being aliens. During this period of SML, she wasn't annoying and actually tried to help out Mario and make his life better. Although things weren't perfect, with her being really emotional and frequently having mental breakdowns. But besides that, she is a super likable character who at first had a lot of potential.
What?
It makes me miss Luna.
Don't miss him. Don't miss him. We can find him. We can look for him. Don't. Sorry, I don't even know what that's about.
But things wouldn't stay good for long, because just one short year later, one of Rosalina's many ex-boyfriends would show up to the door. And this is where the cracks finally started to show in her character. After Rose being a bop became a personality trait, her character would take a complete 180 and become literally insufferable. This was a huge change from how Rose acted just a few episodes earlier, where she actually showed some loyalty. Because in SML movie The Pizza Delivery, Rosalina ordered a pizza, but Brooklyn Guy, being Brooklyn Guy, got the very wrong idea over the phone. And Brooklyn Guy actually came into the house and started flirting with her. But she actually stayed loyal, which in today's world is totally unheard of.
Oh, stupid. Oh my God.
What were you thinking?
Don't worry about it. Oh my God.
He stays loyal until, yeah, doesn't stay loyal anymore. Fuck loyalness now. Apparently. We need a loyal Rose back. No
To
kid.
think this is how Rose from the current SML we know today started is crazy to imagine. Aw, Rosalina used to be a good character, until Jeffy showed up. Sad. Things only get worse when she switched to a human puppet in 2021, because this is when we started getting introduced to her other ex-boyfriends, like Super D and Super Big D, which resulted in many bad videos. If there's one good thing I can say though, it's that in 2025, she kind of just sits in the background most of the time and doesn't really say much or appear at all, which is kind of doing fans a service. But if there's one character I think we definitely need to see more, it's Bowser. He appeared in a few videos before 2014. But to be honest, he acts the exact same way he does in modern SML. So I think a good video to mention would be Bowser Jr.'s Happy Meal too, where Junior asks Chef Pee-Pee for a Happy Meal, and when he says no, Bowser literally beats Chef Pee-Pee with a belt and yells at him to get his son some food.
You're about that life, huh? You couldn't give my son anything to eat?
This isn't even just a one-time thing, as we can see this in so many other videos, especially in SML movie Junior's Bodyguard.
That's true. Chef Pee does think he's about that life, but he really isn't. No kid. He acts tough when he isn't. He just wants to be, but he isn't. No kid.
Where literally the entire video is just Bowser being crazy protective over his son, even kicking out Chef Pee because he thought he was gonna kidnap Junior. But things wouldn't stay good for long, since in 2021, when the cease and desist letter hit and Bowser's puppet changed, he pretty much stopped appearing entirely. And when he did appear, he just did not care in the slightest about anybody, including his son. A great example of this would be an SML movie Junior Spring Break problem, where Bowser literally says out loud to his son that he wants him to be depressed.
You better be in this damn house, depressed as hell, sad as fuck, and you better not leave your room. You got me? Okay.
With the rising risk of flooding, are your walls ready? With EnduraFlood flood-proof drywall system, your walls become waterproof and mold resistant. Ship.
You better be in this damn house, depressed as hell, sad as fuck, and you better not leave your room. You got me?
Okay, Dad.
Wait, come back. Kiss that damn helmet.
I hate kissing.
Bowser turned into one of the most evil characters, but he didn't really change that much. Next up is my boy Dougie, who we really don't see anymore, but he has still changed dramatically. We first see him appear in the Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventure series, where it's pretty obvious right off the bat that he's a walking stereotype. This was all the way back.
Bring him back again, okay? We need to see boy Dougie, okay? We need to see your boy Dougie, okay? Bring him back, SML.
Back in 2009, and his only character trait at the time was pretty much just driving around and shooting at random.
Okay.
Characters. But this wouldn't be the case for long, because just a few short years later, his character stereotypes would start to get a lot more extreme. And I think a great example for this would be SML movie The Call of Duty Blackout, where we can really see his obsession for Call of Duty begin, literally shooting a kid over him almost losing a game.
My Call of Duty. Die, fool. You ain't taking my Call of Duty today.
Oh my god.
And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, it does. A few years later, when he literally flies himself up to a plane that Mario's on, begging for the new Call of Duty game. How did bro get up there?
Mario, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just get really nervous about flying.
Oh, Mario, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Mario!
Stuff like this made Black Yoshi an absolute legend, with him becoming a lot of fans' favorite character. Black Yoshi cracks me up. I love Black Yoshi, one of my favorite characters. But things wouldn't stay good for long, because after Logan got the cease and desist from Nintendo, Black Yoshi pretty much just disappeared. And when he came back a year later, things would be completely different. For starters, his puppet looked completely cursed. And if that wasn't bad enough, even his personality was very watered down. He barely moved from the couch, and even stopped doing things like begging for Call of Duty in crazy ways, which is one of the things that made his character so likable. Personally, Black Yoshi used to be one of my favorite characters, and it really disappoints me to see the way he is today. Also, one weird thing they did before they even introduced the Dougie puppet is when they updated the thumbnails on the old channels, they used this weird version of Dougie that kind of looked like Joseph, but we never saw him appear like that in SML. Next up is Mr. Goodman, who probably had one of the biggest downfalls out of any character in SML history. Right next to Dougie, though. Dougie's was definitely worse. When Mr. Goodman was first introduced, he was kind of like the Brooklyn guy of old SML. He was a cop, a judge, a news anchor, and so much more. And in this time, he was actually just an honest worker and didn't really boss anyone around. A good example of this is in SML movie Bowser Jr.'s Punishment, where we can see he's just a normal guy doing his job.
Is you cannot put your hands on your child. You can yell and scream, and if he says a bad word, wash his mouth out with soap. Or if he does something bad, put him in the corner for 5 or 10 minutes or so. But you are not allowed to beat your kid.
Back when Goodman was kind and wasn't rich. But this soon changed, because just a year later, we got SML movie Bowser Jr.'s credit card. which is where his character first started to change. At the end of the video, we find out that he owns a bank, which would immediately make him at least a millionaire. Other than that, Goodman starts acting a little bit like he does today, with him starting to act super privileged and insulting everybody. But things were about to get way worse. When Mr. Goodman got his elephant asshole suit, he wasn't just being a privileged millionaire insulting everybody. He started threatening people as well. A good example of this would be an SML movie Black Yoshi's Big Bamboozle, where Black Yoshi somehow manages to trick Goodman into giving him money, and he literally gets his nipples bitten off by Goodman.
Because I bite your nipples off. So, when do you guys gotta get your nipples bitten off tonight? Well, him. He's the one who stole your stuff and then your credit card. You get over here, Rufus, and you give me those nipples.
I think out of everybody, Goodman definitely changed for the worse. But out of all the characters I've listed today, the one that's changed the most is definitely Brooklyn Guy. From his voice, personality, and even his puppet design, Brooklyn Guy is almost unrecognizable compared to when he first showed up back in 2011. Over the years, he's gone from a one-off background character to one of the funniest and most overused faces in all of SML. And that's why I'm crowning him as the character who has changed more than anyone else. Make sure to comment who you think changed the most. And check out this video on screen. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
What a diva. It's not me. It's the Amazon box.
At Custom Offsets, we make it easy to build your truck your way. We mount and balance your setup.
Anyway, if you like the video reaction, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you want us to act next. Brooklyn Guy was the most famous character, okay, we think so too. What did you think, and who do you think thinks the most? Comment down below, we would like to know too, and that's no tip as well. Until next someday, then go to SML out.